Hello and welcome everyone. Today I would like to talk about financial management. I already did a couple of videos talking about concepts in finance like NPV and the time value of money and IRR. So I'm not going to through this again. So I'm trying to explain here new concepts in finance. There's a few concepts like liquidity ratio. Liquidity means, do I have enough money to pay my bills and to handle cash flow every day? There's also a profitability ratio. It tells me whether I'm making money or not. Also efficiency ratio, it tells me whether I'm using my assets well in the right way. So before I talk about those relationships in finance, I'd like to just define a few terms here. Assets, what is an asset? Okay. Assets actually is when company owns things that bring value to the company. So anything could, in a hospital, for example, an assets could be something like the CT scan machine, the X-ray, the beds that I have, the hospital itself, assets. Okay, this is all our assets. Okay, things that the company owns that actually produce and bring value to the company. And there's something else, liability. What is this term? It means things that the company or the organization must pay through salaries, taxes, rents, something like this, liability. Okay. There's equity, which is actually the owners of the company, what they actually own after paying their liability. Okay, so it could be given as equity equals to assets minus liability, because I own things that bring me and make money, but also I have a lot of responsibilities that I have to pay for. So when you subtract that from that, you will have your equity. Also, there's the revenue, of course, the coming money, expenses, money that are being spent, the money going out of the system, and revenue, you can think about the money that is going into the system. Net income, what's left after paying all expenses. And there's also the concept of current assets. Which is actually, it means the assets that could be turned into money within 1 year. Okay? And also we have the current liability, pretty much the same concept, but in a different side, which is things that I have to spend in 1 year, in salaries and taxes and rents. Okay, so also the concept of operation cash flow means cash that is generated from daily operation through selling, through if you have a store, if you have a hospital. This is the operation cash. Now, after we understand those concepts, now we could apply them in the mathematical equations here. The liquidity ratio equals to, we already talked about this, right? Liquidity means whether if I have enough money to pay my daily payments. So it is equals to current assets divided by current liability. Okay? And if it's bigger than 1, that is a good thing. It's less than 1, then I'm in trouble, because I don't have enough cash to pay for my daily payments. Okay? So sometimes maybe you have money, but you can't use them because you don't have enough cash. Also, another concept, which is net margin. Which is the net income. We talked about it. Means the income after paying what I have to pay, what's left over of it, divided by the sales. Okay? Sales, which means the amount of money that I'm receiving from selling my products. So this is the net margin. And of course, in finance, I think I made probably 3 videos. I talked about NPV in details, the current value of money, the capital, the structure of a capital, and I give an example in hospital, I think, about a hospital. So it's there in my channel as well. So I think that's it for today. Just I thought I have to add those things about finance to make it the image more complete. Probably in the next video I'd like to talk about organizational behavior. Thank you.